Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed watching We Need to Talk, and if you haven't seen the short film yet, I strongly recommend you go watch that first before watching this, just so that nothing's spoiled for you and you know what we're talking about. In this video, I'm going to take you behind the scenes and show you exactly how a short film is made, and I'm not going to show you just the on-set experience. I'm going to take you from pre-production right through till post-production. I know that some of you might not be interested in all the steps, so here's a table of contents that shows you exactly what I'm talking about and when it's going to be in the video. Now the first part of making a short film is coming up with the idea. I don't have too many resources here in terms of location, actors, or even equipment for that matter. The main thing was that it had to be doable. And the difficult part about writing a script like this was I didn't know whether the ending was too obvious or not obvious enough. And so what I did was I wrote the first draft and I called up a friend in India and I spoke to him about it. I want the ending to be like a what the hell moment, and then they go back and watch it again and they're like, and then they start picking up on the clues and they're like, oh, that's what happened. Yeah?
Right. I mean, it feels enough of a conversation someone's having with themselves, whilst also being able to be interpreted as a conversation someone's having with someone else. Neither of those perspectives is too obvious. So it's a great balance.
Okay, yeah. And then after that, made some revisions, second draft, third draft, fourth draft. And then once you have a final-ish draft of your script, you come up with something called a lookbook, which is an idea for the characters are going to look like, what the location is going to look like, what the shooting style is going to be. If there are other crew on set, it helps communicate the idea to them. And then once you have the lookbook, you go for something called location scouting. You're looking for a location, which is one of the most important parts of making a movie. The feel of the location sets it all. I managed to get a restaurant, but it didn't fit the vibe that I wanted, so I kept looking. And then luckily we found the yogurt lab. A lot of filmmaking is just problem solving. And so once I found the coffee shop yogurt lab location, I realized that it doesn't have a mirror, and I wrote a mirror into the scene. So you do have to adapt and change the script even after you found the location. All you have to keep in mind is what the intention was. Why was there supposed to be a mirror in the coffee shop? And what can I replace the action with that conveys the same idea? Once you have a location, you can come up with something called a shot list and a storyboard. And this is very, very time consuming, and I'm a super horrible artist, so I'm sorry for these drawings. You basically plan and plan and plan, and then you can adapt on set. Once the day comes, you throw out half the plan. You're like, these shots are just not needed to tell the story, because you never have how much ever time you want to have. Finally came production. The night before production is the most stressful, because before then the movie hasn't been shot. There are endless possibilities. It could be amazing or it could be trash, and it's all up to you on the very next day to shoot it and to make sure it looks good. It's also a lot of fun. Now some people say, why does shooting a movie take so long? Action.
Shot 3B take 1.
Go.
Scene 3B take 2. Scene 3B take 3.
Action.
Scene 3B take 4. Scene 3B take 5. Scene 3B take 6. Take 7. Take 8.
Action.
We just aren't getting along anymore, and I can't seem to keep you happy.
Who's the other girl?
Priya, why would you...
Stop. This isn't working out anymore. That line has to be exactly how it was written in the script. Or I could be nice and say, hey, we aren't working out anymore. Okay. Just redo that line. Okay.
I'm good.
Okay. Okay.
The hair,
Just the hair.
and then me clipping on my watch,
Clipping on the watch, turning it to the camera.
and then perfume like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all. Cool. Just 3 quick shots. I got very lucky with my actors, and they did take adjustments, and they acted really, really well, as you could see. This is the first time that Joss and Riddhi have acted for a short film, so here's their take on what it was like. So Joss, now this is behind the scenes. What did you think about your character, Vivek?
He's an interesting one.
He just seems a little too self-obsessed.
Yeah?
Relatable to some other people in this room.
Priya is great. Vivek's kind of...
Vivek or like the actor himself?
Oh, the actor...
So do you see?
But my character was great, so it's fine. Between Just and Vivek, you can see quite a few similarities. Like the whole like flexing in the mirror part. Like let's be honest, we've seen Just do that before. Yeah. So he played Vivek perfectly.
Yeah.
Didn't have to like act much because
Great. How was your experience on set?
Good stuff. Good
Yeah?
stuff. Yeah.
What was the most challenging part of your role?
The flexing
I think like
for
the most
sure.
natural part
being
of
in
the
love
role.
with myself.
Also very natural.
No, hardest part of the role, probably the amount of time we had to shoot for,
Yeah.
and the fact that we can run without AC, and dealing with Sahil. For sure. Yeah.
The point.
For Sahil's thing, I'll be his sound guy because
My assistant.
he's gone through a lot.
Okay, Sal, how is it being audio guy?
It would have been fun if people remembered their dialogues. But good shoulder workout.
And how is it being behind the scenes? Did your perception of a movie change?
Not really.
Yes, what do you mean not really? No, but like the effort that goes into perception of a movie.
I love that Just is doing all this stuff when it's not his BTS.
That's Vivek's character, right? Absolute character.
It's a character.
Absolute character.
When I got all the footage from day 1 of shooting, there wasn't supposed to be a day 2 of shooting. But I looked at all of it again and I realized that we didn't shoot the VFX shot properly. So we needed to meet on a second day of shooting. And as I said earlier, a lot of filmmaking is just problem solving, right? So this is day 2 of shooting and we need to recreate the scene.
So, just ended up spilling this thing, water on himself.
The first draft always looks horrible. Then you start playing with the footage, putting in sound effects and doing something called Foley. Foley is when you record sounds that are supposed to be there but weren't recorded by the mic on set. Sometimes sound can be used to convey an idea, like a flashback. Or can just be used for a dramatic effect. Like when Vivek is getting ready, I wanted it to look like the Edgar Wright sequence. And so that's what I recorded for that scene. It's a very distinct style of shooting, and I wanted to emulate that. Then came the visual effects shot. Now the visual effects shot is something that I've done before. The interesting part of doing a visual effects shot is that it's kind of like a puzzle that you need to piece together. You know what the final shot is going to look like, but you have to create the puzzle pieces yourself. And I'll show you what I mean by that. You can see that the first thing I did was get a clean background. And once I had the clean background, I separated the left side of the frame with the right side of the frame. And that's good and all, except there's this whole empty spot here where the shoulder's supposed to be. So I had to take the shoulder and I had to cut it out frame by frame and get a video of just the shoulder and then put it on top. So what you see as a single shot is in fact 5 multiple layers all put over each other. And yeah, those are the 3 steps of making a short film. There's pre-production, which is all planning, there's production, which is on set, and there's post-production, which is the part that I enjoy the most because you get to see the final product. I hope you enjoyed the short film, and I hope you enjoyed this look at how a short film is made. Here are the bloopers.
Huh? Why would...
He's laughing.
Yeah, I'm breaking up with you. We just can't seem to be together anymore. What is the exact line?
We're just
Wait,
onward.
wait.
And you can't stop drooling over your
It's fine, do it again.
And you can't stop drooling over your own pictures. Oh, reflection. And you, you're always.
It's fine, it's fine. Go for it.
I'm so sorry.
Action.
Scene 3 take.
Action.
هذا scene 3 take 3.
Your friends say you aren't with them either. You're always. Why are you smiling?
Don't overact because you're overacting. Don't overact.
It's still rolling, and Sal's arms are still rolling.
Ah.
Priya, why would
You barely hang out with me anymore. Why are you laughing?
Director Saab.
खुद को script
Or I
पता
could be
है.
nice and say,
Huh?
got that for the BTS. You look at your phone. Yeah. Okay. Cool. It's a blooper.
I swear to God, you can open this.
They were trying to show Chandler's expression, and you can see Monica at the back speaking, but they've cut her voice
Why are
out.
you yelling?
She wants to be heard.
They've cut.
Line.
They've cut her voice up, and then I've seen that episode a good like 20-30 times, but I've never noticed that. But then after like all of like Neeraj's like techniques and stuff, after he showed us, then I noticed that Monica's like, she's like, but her voice is not there because they're just trying to show Chandler's expression, and I caught that. I caught them.
Which episode is that?
The one where they're with their parents asking for wedding money, but they're saying they spent on the beach house.
The one with Rachel's book.
Yeah.
Bro, why do you know this? Make the kissing sound effect, yes.
I'll make it if you want.
Okay, once more. Once more. Great.
Ready?
Okay?
Will that switch off? Okay.
Hey, this is not allowed.
Ready?
What are you doing on this time?
Google it.
Cool
You
plexus.
Google it. Cool plexus to do in the mirror. Wiki how?
And then, yeah, pull the chair and then, yeah.
So, for example, if a character is typing at a keyboard, you probably couldn't hear me typing. Also, I didn't type. That's
Thank you.
Thank you, Neeraj.
Thank you for watching.
Please like the video and subscribe to Neeraj Samtani.
Follow Project Wash on Instagram.
No, don't do that. Leave a comment and tell me who you like better, Priya or Vivek.
Let's see how loud it is.